Hello everyone. It's that time of day again. So it's that time of day. I don't do them every day, but it's that time. I'm going to send out some invites because that's what we do. So bear with me a momento. I'll send out some of these. Sendy. Ooh. Lovely. Right, someone's joined us already. No idea who it is. Say hello so it pops up on my screen. In saying that, this is Facebook. Not everything pops up on the screen. I'll wait for some of you guys to roll in and then we'll dive straight in to the little project we're doing today. Today's a bit of a different live feed. It's just we're going to unbox this kit and start building it. I've never built one of these kits, so hopefully it's good. James is with us. Thanks for joining, James. Nice to have you with us, mate. Yes, so we're going to do some building. I haven't done some building on one of these things in quite some time. Actually, I haven't done one of these things in quite some time, so I apologise for that. Yeah, this is what we're playing with today. XM1S from RC Express. A long time ago, it feels like a long time ago, I built this little thing. It's very dusty. Poor little car. I built this. This is a Tamiya M05 Mazda 2. I scaled it out. I did the little dude inside. I did the interior, and the poor thing's sat on a shelf ever since. So having this kit here is actually a really good thing because now I can take that out. I can drag one of the girls along, or I can bring Christian along and say, dude, you drive this or that, and I'll drive this or that. This little thing's going to get some use. I love this little car. Turned out so nice. So this is a front wheel drive, short wheelbase 110 on-road car. That's a four-wheel drive race car, essentially. That little thing is going to outperform this 10-1. But it's the whole... I love these little cars. They're great fun. You can get a lot of cool bodies. So I'm going to look about for a cool body. I'm not going to do the typical I'm a full-blown racer race body. I'm thinking an old car, something that looks cool. I may even try and do my BCRC livery that I've been doing on Gran Turismo. So this is the M05. What we've got there is the RC Express 110 kit, little mini version ones. So I'm going to just start ripping into it, and if people want to join in, say hello, and questions and whatever else, they can go for it. So this is the box. The box is nice. I like the fancy chromed red letter outside of the letters and such. I like that sort of thing. So this is our box. It's pretty small. These things only cost $99 US, which for a kit like this is pretty cheap. They don't come with a body or wheels or that sort of stuff. You add all that yourself, which is fine. I've got 100,000 different sets of wheels here already. I'll probably order some different ones for this, but yeah, I mean, and a lot of this stuff's bloody cheap. You can pick up a set of wheels for like $20. So I'm going to cut the tape. I'm going to rip in. Right. Make sure I don't knock anything over. First things we have, instruction manual. I don't know where you guys can see that. Full layout of the card on top. Now you will need ESC, servo, receiver, battery. Brian's joined us. Thanks for joining, Brian. You will need that stuff. So, I mean, that's what most kits are like. That's just how it is, isn't it? So once we get through these bags, we're going to go through the fun of building the gear drive first, I think. This thing's actually belt driven. I've never built a belt driven vehicle before. One thing I noticed straight up, it seems to be a revision in the manual. Someone's changed something. Supplement. Think through. Thread the hole before inserting the pin. Don't like that stuff. Especially when you got to do it with a grub screw. Not a fan. Right, so that's that. That's the book. So we're going to be going through this, and hopefully it's not too much of a farce, and I don't sit there too long going, That doesn't make sense. I don't know if any of this thing's going to make sense or not because I've yet to build one. So, Tony's joined us. Thanks for joining, Tony. We're diving straight in, mate. We're doing the unboxing, and then I'm just going to see if I can start building it, and hopefully it works. Bag M is the first bag I'm grabbing out, and we see shock absorber reservoirs, which are actually, I think they're plastic body with aluminum extra pieces around the outsides. They actually look quite nice. Wrapping my head around what's in each bag. Do that when you open stuff up. Tony, you're about to build a PG4. Open stuff up, have a look at the bag, wrap your head around. I can see there's E-clips in this bag. It's bag M. Have that up in here. So later on, when you go, oh shit, where was that part? You know where it is. Why am I upside down? I'm not upside down, am I? Am I upside down on anyone else's phone? Next bag. Bag H. I'm going to go ahead and assume these are part of the differential setups. Am I upside down on anyone else's phone or what? Because if I am, I'm going to have to restart this whole thing. Let me know. Yeah, so I'm going to have to... these are going to be part of the differentials, the dealies. Oh, it was an Australian joke, was it, Tony? Bag HW1. Schwabars. And other roddy pieces and such. This is going to be an intricate little build, I think. Which I'm excited about. I mean, I'm so used to building Tamiya stuff, cross stuff, SCX-10s and all those things. It's nice to get something different, and that's part of the reason I got this car. I do love on-road stuff. It is bloody good fun. And to have something different that's cheap that anyone can just go out and buy, why not? So that's bag HW1. Ooh. We have two different forms of oils. This light really doesn't help anything. So we got 5000 CST and a 450 CST. So one's for shocks, one's for gears. I know this because there's a picture. I actually quite like that. I'll show you guys. There is a little picture on each bottle. See how that's got gears on it. Good idea, that. Helps beginners not stuff up. That's got a picture of a shock on it. I know you can't see it very well, but that's what it is. Good idea, RC Express. Well done on that. I like that. Simple, yet effective. Alright. Bag F. I've no idea what they are. More differential pieces, I'm assuming. Cut her open so you can get a bit better of a look. Oh, I didn't organise my magnetic trays. I've no idea what that is. No idea whatsoever. Steering 27mm, it says underneath there. I'm sure we'll find out in due course. Express multi-tool. Okay, that's what it says down inside here. Express multi-tool. Now, obviously, me saying before that I've built heaps of these MO5s. Great fun car. If you want to get a little kit that's got all the body and etc. with it, grab one of those. In saying that, I think the time you work this out, like you get an ESC with that, you don't with this. By the time you buy the kit, the body, and all that sort of such, they probably work out around the same sort of price anyway. But with this, you get a lot more low down setup. It'll take a square lipo, but I think it's a shorty pack. Yeah, they probably work out around the same. So this gives you a four-wheel drive belt driven race car, whereas that's a front wheel drive on-road car. They are pretty fun to race. Generic black plastic, servo horn. I'm yet to get a servo for this thing yet, so hopefully I can just smash that in at any time. I haven't got any electrics for this car yet. We have our upper and lower suspensione arms in said bag. Bag L. A few other bits and bobs. This part of the live feed's probably going to be a little boring. Adam, what's the green thing behind you? That's the MO5, mate. The dusty MO5, but it is an MO5 nevertheless. Always have a rag at your desk. Got to have rags. This is the little Tamiya MO5 that I built, man, must have been at least a year ago. The poor little thing hasn't seen the light of day. It's just been on my shelf, looking all pretty and Mazda-y. Yeah, that's the little MO5. Shiny little thing when it's got no dust on it. I built it and it sat on the shelf. So, my bad. This is essentially, I mean, these two cars are kind of comparable. Yeah, because this is a short wheelbase, 210 wheelbase. That's 210 wheelbase as well. So, that was the whole idea of having this little bad boy sitting here today. Awesome colour, mate. Tamiya metallic green, I think it was. Possibly. Can't remember exactly. When the memory comes up of when I painted that thing, I'll share it, and I'm pretty sure in there somewhere it's going to be the colour. Right. Next up, body posts, that sort of deal. Nothing crazy exciting there. Right, now we have some of the intricate belt-driven gearing bits and pieces. Like I said, I've never built a belt-driven car before, so I'm looking forward to doing this. At the same time, I do not want to cock it up. Don't want to stuff it up. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of belts, 2 belts. I assume it's 2 belts. 1 or 2 belts. Either way, belts. We have our must-have. Jeez, that's hard. That's your crash protector. I don't know how much it's going to protect. It's pretty dang hard. Do they come out of there? Yes, they do. Jeez, they're in there. So yeah, this will go on the front of the car. When you smash into something really hard, this is supposed to protect it. It's supposed to. Tamiya do the same thing. Bearings. Now, something I've noticed lately with a few different kits and such, with bearings like these, because these are your generic cheap brand bearings, and all kits use these, if they use bearings at all, sometimes they don't fit as snugly as you might like. So if they don't, measure your bearings, jump on Wish or somewhere like that. You can order bearings, rubber sealed bearings, really cheap. Replace them with rubber sealed bearings that are the same size. They might say they're the same size, but generally they're a little bit beefier and they'll sit a bit nicer in where you need them to go. Next bag, 2 little red pieces. They're not there for. Let's get to an exciting piece. The chassis plate. Chassis, as you Americans like to call it. I'll get this out and have a sticky beak, because this is one of the integral parts of the build. Without this, you have nothing. If I can open this up without slicing my face off or anything along those lines. Now, there is, I believe, yeah, Racing's already releasing upgrades for this thing, which is awesome. This hasn't been out very long. Wow, that's light. There's a lot of countersunk holes under there. Oh, Jesus. We got some cutouts. No idea what they're for. We'll find out soon enough. That is very, very, very light. It's like, weighs nothing. It's on par with my little empty servo box there. That's light. And then we have the top bar, the chassis brace that runs from end to end. Again, that weighs nothing. That just weighs what the bag weighs. Crazy. Now, for you old school kids out there, for your receiver wire, I won't use that. I say that now. I probably will. There's a lot of black plastic in this stuff. Okay, we have screws and bolts and such, and they are Allen bolts, which is handy because I've got cross tools here ready to go. There doesn't seem to be a crap ton of bolts, which is good. I like that. They all seem to be marked really nicely. It says flathead on there. That means it's a countersunk bolt. So, yeah, I would imagine this kit utilises a lot of the same bolt in different places, which makes sense. It makes it easy to build. less stress for you because you don't have 100,000 different screw sizes to worry about. Move those little foam pieces. There's a lot of bags in here. Quite surprising. Steering components, dog bones, CVDs. They're actually reasonably weighty. Steel, I would say they are. Should be well strong enough, I reckon, for like. Well, I say that now. I'm gonna put a go fast setup in this car. If you got any suggestions, I'm thinking something around 13 turn, maybe 9 turn, something like that. You guys with the kilovolts and all that, you can tell me what that is if you like, because I'm a turn guy. All right, I like turns. Again, no idea. All this stuff will come together, and I'll know what stuff is as I build it. As of now, I've got no idea what these two pieces are for. Okay, and that's going to be the case with a lot of this stuff. That's a part of the diff gear, bag D. I can tell that because it's got a gear in it. Right, so that's that. More black plastic. I'm keen now just to get in and start building. We got some screw ball ends there. We got some rod ends there. We got whatever they are there. More gears there. More. What we got there? Shock towers. Who did I say the other day? Yeah, Racing does make shorter shock towers. If you want to run stuff like the mini body and things like that with a short little front end, they make shorter shock towers to make all that work together. So if you want to run a little mini body, you've got options. More of those bitsies, and some more of those bits, and some more screws. I'm going to start keeping the screws separate, because hopefully we've got some step down screws there. Hopefully the instructions say this is what bag it's in. Oh, you actually get some tools. Handy. I mean, I've got 1,000 tools here, but they'll go in my drawer, and they'll be probably carted around in one of my bags as some spare backup tools, because whenever you go on the trails, backup tools is what you want. That's good. I quite like that. Go in the pile of ever-growing tools, and we have some decals. Some decals there. I like that they're not huge. Well, I mean, a couple of them are, but and there's a lot. There's a lot of decals there, so that's good. Okay, so that's everything in the box, which I don't know how long that took us to get through. I whipped through it pretty quick. I'm going to quickly shove everything except for the bolts. Shove everything back in the box, and then I'm going to open the book. I'm going to hopefully start building it without cocking anything up. Generally, when you build stuff, it's nice to have your own bit of time. You can just sit down, go over stuff. This is why I haven't done a whole lot of building in YouTube videos and that sort of thing, because I know personally a lot of guys out there that do building on YouTube will have to build the same thing 3 or 4 times. They'll build it once. Oh no, it's wrong. Stop, delete that footage, take it all apart, build it again. Oh no, it's wrong again. Do the same thing. So there's every chance. There's every chance that I'll cock something up, because that's what happens when you build a kit that you're not used to building. If it was an MO5 kit, I could do it without the book. Okay, probably not, but most of it I could. Right, so I've got, from what I can tell, these are all my nuts and bolts. From what I can tell. Now, this is generally what I do when I start building a kit. I usually do it before I fire up any cameras or anything. Here I've got a magnetic tray, which at the moment is full of bolts. Handy. I have another magnetic tray, which also is full of bolts, but I'm going to combine the two. I know what all these are for. They're not needed at the moment, they're all extras. For anyone that tells you you don't get extra bolts and such with your cross kits, you can tell them they're full of honky, because they're all cross bolts. Leftovers. Not leftovers. I didn't go, oh, I don't need that there. They are extras that came with the kit. I think I've got like 8 spare hinges that came with the BC8. Crazy. Adam's off. Heading out to have a family day. Thanks for being here, mate. Much appreciated. Love it when you guys come along. Right. So now I've got a massive container of spare bolts and suches. I really should have organised that before this all kicked off. Right, I'm going to have my little box over here. Trying to make too much of a mess. And hopefully this all goes together swimmingly. Now, at the start of the manual, it tells us... so wow, we're straight into it. There's no... This is what your parts are. Wow. Okay. Page 1. Turnbuckle assembly. These dealies. This is going to be boring. If you guys got any questions and stuff, shoot them out there. Okay, so I need bag A, bag A, HWA, B and K. HWA. There's going to be more bags in here. Regretting this idea already? I hate building rod ends. Rod ends, you know what I mean. The arms and such. Screws. Wheel nuts. Button screws. And grub screw. So far I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of bolts. 6, 7. Jeez. Uh-oh. Okay, so there's a lot more different sizes in here than I expected. That's what we're after. I know this thing doesn't want to focus very well, but that's what we're after for our rod ends. So what I'll do, and this is generally what I do with a lot of kits, I'll have a little area set out with different bags of screws. I've seen people that'll pull all the screws out of each bag and label little containers and stuff like that, but that's not me. I couldn't do that. That'd drive me up the wall. So it's got one screw in it. So this is how I do it. I'll have a little pile over there. Now I need my rod ends, which are going to be in bag B or K. There's K. Don't know what I need out of K, but there it is. This is going to be interesting. Okay, move some of this stuff to the side that I know I'm not going to need. Bag B. What's in B that I'm going to need? Frustrating. I can't see anything in there that I'll be needing yet. Set that to the side in case I need it. Are they supposed to be HW? Okay. Okay, it's all starting to make sense now. So when you look at your book and your bags, some will say HW and then some will say just a H. Kevin's joined us. Neil's joined us. Thanks for joining, fellas. Much appreciated. I'm figuring out the system behind these bags because there is a system. No. I do need that one because it's a H. No, that's just a B. So some of these bags will say, like this one says HWH on it. This one just says B. At the start here it says bag A, HWA, B, K. So I need HWA, HWB, HWK. So I've got to find where my bags are now. No, there. But that's just bag A. Oh yeah, bag A is one of them on the list. Never mind. This can do my head in. Bag I. Tony's off for dinner. Every time I see you, Tony, you eat. Where are you going for dinner, mate? Just at home? Man, I might have much luck with these bags. HWK. Well, that's already open because that's got our bits of those in it. My ball ends. Where were my ball ends? HWB. Need that one. Well, there's one more bag I need. I think. Bag A. HWA. I had the other one here. I had it here. HWK, which we've already opened, just got those. So I should have. That was painful. So I should have all the bags I need. Phil's joined us. Thanks for joining, Phil. Much appreciated, mate. I'm starting to build the XM1S from RC Express. Right. First things on the chopping block are going to be these rod ends. Now there is a little, you can't see it very well, down here there is a little size chart that tells you the sizes so you can actually hold them up, measure them to make sure that they're correct. Alright, first we're going to do the rear camber link, which uses the 15 millimeter. No, we don't use that. We use the 13 millimeter, which is going to be these bad boys. Right. Tip those into a little tray. So yeah, this live feed is a little bit different to normal. Now, what did you miss? Not much, mate. We grabbed all the stuff out of the box, put it back in the box, and now I'm starting to build the stuff that was in the box. Basically, this live feed's not like the normal crap shows that I do, where we just talk crap and whatever else. I mean, there's going to be plenty of that still. But I'm actually starting to build this kit, which is not something I normally do on live feeds. Where are my pieces? I need... There's a bag here, this one. Right. So yeah, I'm learning how the bag system works with this RC Express stuff. Put that into my magnetic tray. Right, that one. Right, that one, and a 13. And I need another because I've got to do 2 of these. I've got to do 4 of these. I hate doing these things. They're painful. Is this a reverse thread? Right. Top tip. If I can find some pieces I need here. I don't know if I can do it with that. That might work. Any questions, fellas? While I'm sitting here starting to build this kit. Yep, that's a reverse thread. So this is going to be boring part. Have you seen the Newsen Mini Monster? Has a very interesting chassis. Don't believe I have, Neil. If you want to drop a link or something in the group, I will gladly check it out once the feed's finished and give you my opinion. Let you know what I think of it. Will that fit through there? No. Will that fit through there? No. I've got so many tools and I can never find the one I want when I want it. Right. I am slowly winning. You wouldn't know it, but I am. Yeah, so like I said, this is different. Normally, when I do a feed, for those that don't know, I'll have 1 or 2 little things planned out. I got some SCART accessories. I'll have 1 or 2 little things planned out, and that's what I do. And we talk smack and whatever else in between. This one is essentially tinker time. So I'll sit down, start building the kit. The next time I do a feed, I don't know how far through the kit I'll be. I'm going to do some videos for YouTube as well, building the kit. Right. 1/1000. It's saying that needs a 4mm gap between it. When you build these kits and they tell you to have a gap between each side, they mean it. So that side needs to come in another turn. So pay attention to the gaps. Make sure you get them correct. Otherwise, once you finish your kit, right? Once you finish your kit, stuff will go, it won't run properly. And you'll go, why doesn't it work? Because you've got to set the gaps correctly. Otherwise, everything's out of line. Oh, perfect. So yes, a must. If it says 4mm, make it 4mm. Because otherwise, you'll put your big fancy brushless setup or something in it. You'll go for a spin around your local track, and you'll plough straight off the road. It's not fun. I remember, not to put crap on Christian built a MO5, and the rear arms in the back of these are a little, it's easy to confuse them, slide per side, and he actually put them on the wrong sides, and when we went out to drive it, it was a pig. It was an absolute pig. And we tinkered with it for ages, couldn't figure it out. So, and he's like, man, I hate this thing, won't even drive properly. Yeah, we figured it out. It was the dealie. The arms were on the wrong side. So once we sorted that out, it was brilliant. Right, start the next one. So for those of you that haven't done a whole lot of these, sometimes you get ones with a reverse thread, so one side goes on backwards essentially. That's what these are. Right, start to that one up. If I can get it to start. I hate this stuff. This is the most boring part of building a kit. I mean, I love building kits, but I don't love this bit. Right. And of course, I have my coffee on the go. You don't start building a kit without a coffee. That'd just be silly. Right. I should have done this part first, but then I literally only just undone the box. I hadn't seen inside it. You guys got to see it with me. Right. Oh, that's reverse. Yes. Don't make that mistake. So, Neil, when are you going to get a rock roller, mate? Everyone wants to see you with a Bronco because you talk about Bronco so much. Right. Grab out the ruler. Wicked. 4mm. Now, so those two are done. Why would I clip those in now? Okay. Well, apparently I have to clip in with some of these little pivot balls. They're different lengths by a millimetre. There's 3. There's a lot that aren't 3. Oh well, there's 4 different lengths. 6mm, 5mm, 8mm. Right, well they're all the ones I can see. Now I've got to measure these. They're the longest ones. They're the 8s. Common sense says. And then we have 2 different sizes here. There's 3 of that one, which doesn't make sense. Oh, I guess it does. A 6 there. Yes, 1/6 there. 1/6 there. 1/6 there. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, any questions? Feel free to shoot them out. This isn't going to be your big fancy normal live feed. I mean, it's not going to be crap. I don't think. This is a terrible idea. Why would you make me put them in now? Hey Lee, thanks for joining us, mate. I'm just complaining. So I have to put these ball ends in now, which in my opinion is a terrible idea. And there's a hole in the end of these rod ends so that you can put your driver through the hole and do this up. Now, I'd be more of a fan of this being screwed into the piece it goes into, then you clip these on. Right, so that was one of my 6mm, and now I need a 5mm, which is in said bag, I believe. Yes, because they're my 8s. Get myself all discombobulated now. So, I suggest the best way to do this is carefully hold your dealie like this. Squeeze it on. That's how they need to be. Right, another one. This page is going to be boring. So if you've got something better to do, and you know why I'm here, tell me about the demon. This thing? What do you want to know, mate? I've got all the time in the world, at least while I'm on this page. all the time in the world to answer your demon questions. So if you've got questions, mate, shoot. I'll answer anything you like. I can pick up the truck and give you a look at some stuff. So you let me know what you want to know. And I'll do my best to answer everything. Right, so those two is complete. And then I need 2 more. I hate doing these. I don't complain about much. But I do complain about doing bloody ball lengths and such. They're just boring. They should come pre-assembled. I want to build fun stuff. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just cutting the little tags off the top of here. The reason you cut the little tags and such off is so that when you work on your RC later, they don't stab you in the hand, because it's horrible. I have a TRX4. How much better is it? Chalk and cheese. Lee, they are chalk and cheese. I've got a TRX4 sitting over here as well. Love my TRX4. Love my Demon. They are the Demon for what it is. I'll grab it and show you. The Demon for what it is. It's epic. It's a scale hard body truck, right? It's so you got a full interior. TRX4 doesn't. Hard body, TRX4 doesn't. Comes with its own light kit, TRX4 doesn't. 90% of this truck's metal. 50% of that truck's metal. It's apples and oranges because it's more of a scale truck that's capable, whereas the TRX4 was made to compete with the SCX10s to be a truck that's capable with reasonably scaled bits, if that makes sense. So you had a reasonably detailed Lexan body, albeit with black bloody sticker windows. You had a reasonably detailed body that on a truck that was quite capable, but you didn't have an engine bay like this. Don't you start, Neil? I'll reach through this phone and slap you across the face. The Neil's joke, okay? It's not a Hilux. It's not a Datsun even. It's a Cross. Anywho's, look, I've got the TRX4 and I love it. It's got Samix goodies all over it. If you want to get some nice stuff for your TRX4, get some Samix goodies. I've got the Demon and I love this too. I've got Fonzie in here. We've got bloody Richie Cunningham over here. Happy days, mate. Okay? You can't go wrong. These things are wicked fun scale trucks. You can also get to, I don't know why this lighting's playing up, the brassy dealy, brass weights, front and back, and then there's the chassis stiffeners underneath, keeps everything nice and rigid. Awesome bit of kit, mate. It's the next step. In my opinion, whatever that's worth, in my opinion, a lot of this RC stuff that we all love is heading more and more, come at me, bro, is heading more and more towards scale. That's why when Viterra released that bloody Suburban wagon, I don't like to crap on people's stuff. Generally. That wagon is a joke. It's horrible. That's my opinion. Everyone else is entitled to their opinion. If you love it, that's good. Fine. I'm glad you do. I really quite dislike it. It's a long wheelbase body on a standard wheelbase body. On a standard wheelbase chassis. The roof looks like it's been squashed. I mean, I don't even like Chevys, or GMCs or whatever you want to call it. They butchered it, man. The body's too skinny. The wheelbase should have been longer. The body should have been longer. It should have been more scale. If you're going to go to the effort of getting licensing, do it right. That's my opinion. And like I said, if you don't agree with my opinion, that's fine. I don't mind. But if I had a company and I went to the effort of getting licensing and paying for it, because you've got to pay for licensing, there's no way I would make it not look exactly how it should. I would want to best represent that company. You know, you want to show the company that you've gone to them and said, look, we want to use your Chevy body. Can we do it? Can we make it look really good? And, I'm sure GMC must look at that and go, it's a bit of shit. There's no way they could look at that and go, that's a perfect representation of the vehicle. No. Just doesn't make sense to me. Yep. Look, Neil, I've seen some people say, oh, I love it, it's wicked. And that's good. I'm glad they like it. It's nice to know some people are going to buy it, or some people may want to buy it, but not really. I haven't been overly surprised by how many people don't like it, because they sort of got it a bit wrong. You can't, what's this gap? Sorry, 5 mil. You just can't make a truck like that and do it that wrong. Hannah's joined us. Thanks for joining, Hannah. The girls are out getting their eyebrows done, or tanners. Everyone say hello to Hannah. So yeah, they missed the boat with that truck. And the truck itself is nothing. Plastic links? Really? Why would you have plastic links on it? Robert's joined us. You probably get called Bobby, I don't know. Thanks for joining us, Robert. Robert Summers. Thanks for joining, mate. I am currently at the boring part of this kit build. I'm building tie rod ends. This is for the XM1S from RC Express. Coffee. So yeah, today's live feed's a bit different. We're kit building today. 13. Trim this off. And yeah, we're answering questions. And right, now this needs an 8mm and a watt and a 5. Where was my 5s? There. I don't even know if she's home yet, Neil. Hannah went out. I don't think she's home. So, neener, Neil, thinking you're funny? Hey, you must be doing a good job with the live feed if your own missus will watch it. Hey? Actually, here's a question for you guys. Some of you don't know, some of you do. Hannah and I are getting married not this weekend, but next. Should I do a bit of a live feed for it? What do you reckon? Let me know. Right, that's that one done. So we're 3 down, 1,000 to go. Oh, crap. There's quite a few to go. Okay, so I need another one of these. This is question time, fellas. Get them in while you can, because I'm doing boring shit. That one, and one of that one. And then do this again. Wow. Who enjoys building tie rod ends? Does anyone? Thank you, Neil. Hannah actually proposed to me. Yep, she took me out crawling, and then she tried to film the whole proposal. She hit the wrong button on her phone, paused the recording, did the whole proposal, got the yes she was after, and then realised she hit the wrong button. Memories. How many going to the wedding? About 50 people. Yep, about 50, mate. Probably a few less, I don't know. All depends on exactly how many people can turn up, but 50's plenty. 50's plenty. But yeah, I thought about just give him a phone to my brother or something and say, here you go live. What do you reckon? We don't mind. Lee? Hannah didn't mind the idea. Last time I talked about it. Right. Feel free to hit me with some good questions, because there is nothing exciting. Carry the ring in the BC8. It'd be too hard to bloody get the truck there, mate. That thing's heavy. I'm peed off. My servos didn't turn up this week. So annoyed. 46 kilo servos. 46! Massive! I seen those things, I was like, I reckon that'll do the job. 46 kilos they are. Huge. Crazy. Other crawlers cross makes good. Yes, I can tell you that because I've got heaps of them. I've got the PG4, I've got the PG4L, I've got the BC8, I've got the Demon, I've got the GC4. Mate, I've been saying the same thing to everyone for quite a long time. There is something very special about cross trucks. There just is. And I say, right, you don't know what it is until you build one. That probably sounds dumb. Mr. Leach has joined us. Thanks for joining, Chris Leach. Mr. Leach from Rush Creek RC. I've lost my other bit. Have I? Yeah. There it is. They are nice trucks, though. I've loved all of mine. Actually, my old GC4 sat on the shelf for ages, poor thing. Sat on the shelf for ages, and I finally got the thing out the other day. I loved it. I fell in love with the truck all over again. Wicked. What are you up to, Mr. Leach, on this fine Saturday morning here in Australia? Are you playing with your trucks and your diggers and your all the cool RCs? Mr. Leach has got more cool RCs than I can only dream of having. He does have some pretty awesome RCs. Okay, so now I'm up to more rod ends and dealies. So while I'm doing all the boring stuff, we're doing some questions. Oh, you're working? Mate, sorry to hear that. That sucks ass. No one should have to work on weekends. That's what Henry Ford said when he invented the weekend. You thank Henry Ford for your weekends. It's because of him we have weekends. He found that he was getting better work out of his workers if they had days off. If they had people working every single day, mistakes were made. Right. More rod ends. I hate rod ends. And I keep dropping them. Is this not reverse thread the other side? We've got the long weekend here too, mate. So, are you working the whole long weekend, Chris? Because if you are, quit that job, get another one. No one should have to work a full long weekend. Start. Okay, this one's being a poo. Top tip. If you can't get, and this happens with all kits, if you can't get these started, grab your X-Acto blade, give it a quick little run around, just to open up the end a little bit more. Just a smidge. You don't want to go hacking it. You just want a smidge. So that, there we go, so that your thread's got something to bite on. Top tip. For free. Heard it here first. You've probably heard it elsewhere, but magic. So now that's actually started. That sucks, Leachy. That's crap, I reckon. Right. Once I've done this one, I've got another one of these ones to do. Then I've got a steering arm to do. Then I've got 4 sway bars to do. This live feed's just going to be Johnny puts bloody turnbuckles together. Right, so what's the measurement of this one have to be? 14.5 millimeters. Cheers for stopping by, Chris. Much appreciated, mate. 14.5. Use the other side of my ruler because it's got the pointies on it. It's actually got to be a smidge longer. Right. Hold. Turn. I think I just made that. I think I just made that shorter. Right. I bloody did. So this is what happens when you build. When you build, and I mean, this is what happens when you build, but when you do it on camera, stuff always goes wrong. That's why I don't do that much building on camera. Going the wrong way, mate. That's the problemo. There we go. Let's try that. Any other questions on the Demon, Lee? Or I can give you some close-up views. That's about schmicko, I reckon. And this requires a 5 and a 5. Simpletons. So I don't know how long I'm going to do this for. Live. You guys let me know when you're fed up with it. I'm not going to do it all day. Let me know when you're fed up with it. I may continue some off camera. I may even come back later on this afternoon and go, look, I've done stuff. Right, I need another one of those. I hate this bit. Give me the fun bit. It's like when Lee's new to all RCs. Mate, you've picked a brilliant hobby. You really have. Well, straight up, you're going to get some clowns. You'll deal with some clowns. But all hobbies have those. Look, it's brilliant, mate. It really is. If you can get, get a few mates together and you can just go out and enjoy some, whether it's bashing with your trucks or some really scale driving. The Defender's a good pick. There's just no two ways about that for your first RC. Good pick. They are a pretty capable truck. Like I said earlier, I went and put the Samex bits on mine. Love my Samex bitties. Put Samex brass and such on mine. So much nicer to drive. More realistic. Even just the way it rocks around is more realistic. Top tip, set your shocks to really soft. They like soft suspensions. It will perform better and it won't push itself over. So a lot of people get big shocks and stuff for their trucks and then they crank up the tension on it and they wonder why the truck falls over at a time and they go, these shocks are shit. Nah, mate, you've just got them too tight. You got to remember, if you take a real four-wheel drive out, four-wheel driving, if you take a real one out, you don't have shocks that are really, really tight. Shocks there to take the bumps and help keep everything as level as possible. Yeah. So yeah, you've got to have it set properly, otherwise it's going to be crap. If I can give you a tip, if your steering servo is going to want changing because factory electrics generally are pretty crap. Samex is the only thing I don't have on it yet. Look, the factory shocks are brilliant. I still run the factory shocks in mine, and I don't see the need to change them. Traxxas did a bloody smashing job with those shocks. I reckon they're brilliant. I just wound mine all the way up, like upwards. Don't want it downwards. If you want it downwards, it'll be too tight and it'll fall over. I wound mine all the way up, and it's brilliant, mate. I don't know how many of my YouTube videos you've seen, mate, but there's a few on there that show you about the Samex stuff, and when you can see how my truck rides in those videos, it's so good. Right, what am I after? 14.5. Touch short. Oh god, they're tight. So tight. Which way am I going? Not that way. So yeah, loosen your shocks right up and then go from there. That's your best way with the TRX4, mate. Been watching a few, need to watch more. Look, I've got a lot of YouTube videos on there. I try not to smash them down people's throats. I think it's good content. There's been times where I'll watch some of my own videos, just to, bit of a reminisce. Watch some of my own videos and go, no, I'm wheeling. I just get the need to go out crawling just from watching the video. So, if it works on me, it's funny, like this. A lot of people out there with YouTube videos just use bait, clickbait titles. It's just, I don't know. There used to be a lot of good stuff, but not so much anymore. Right, I'm winning. I've got 5 to go. Wow. So I've got the servo one to go, which I believe is, yep, that dearly, and some 13. So I've got 2 of those left. Do the trimmings. I do like the demon and the kit part. Not by, mate, kits are the way to go. I mean, like now, yeah, this part's boring. There's no two ways about that. And honestly, I should have thought about that. Probably skip the page and come back to it later. But this is a part of RC. There's going to be some boring bits. With a kit, you get to know your truck before it's finished, or your car, or whatever you're building. By the time you finish building it, you know it inside and out. Did the servo change to Savics. I'm not a fan of Savic servos. That doesn't mean they're not good. I just personally don't like them. They're pretty expensive. They suck a lot of power. But yeah, kit's the way to go, mate. Before you even break something, you know how to fix it. I mean, you've got the book there with all the details on how to fix it. I know there's a lot of RTRs that don't have, this is where this goes, this is where this goes when you buy the truck, which they all should have. Just my opinion again. All RTRs should come with a book. 9mm gap. All RTRs should come with a book that tells you how to fix your truck. All the parts lists and such. They used to, but that seems to have died off. Because now everything's online manual to save them money, yet the trucks cost more. So yeah, kits are good. Kits are good fun. And that's the thing too, when you finish the kit, you've got that sense of accomplishment. This RC moves because I built it and I built it properly and I made it move. That's priceless. What was that supposed to be? 9mm, mate. What have I got? Oh, just on 10. So yes, definitely recommend kits. You'll notice with the cross kits, and I don't care if people call me a fanboy. I don't. I like cross stuff. You'll notice with the cross kits, it's not just lovely. It's not just an RC kit. It's more like a model kit. What size are they? 6 and 8. Got an 8 here. One of these. Where's my 6? Here now. I think I'm missing one. I can't be missing one. One of these is a different thread to the others, I believe. And I'm not sure if it's that one. I'll soon find out. I'll put it in for now, and if it's not the correct one, I'll change it later. So yeah, kits are good. Another good thing with them too is you get to pick what electric you want in it. Like I see so many people buying the TRX4 kit, and for sale TRX4 electronics. They're just selling they're selling all the electronics straight up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turnbuckles assembled. Now I've got to do 4 more, but these are different ones. These are done with grub screws, which are probably a little bit better. Grub screws in my Magnetica tray. So far I like the fact that I've used everything that it said I'm going to need before I go to the next bag. That saves me having a heap of leftover screws in here before I get to the next bit. And these are going to use the 10mm, the dealies, which can also go in the tray. And then they need a stabilizer connector, which I'll do after I do all the dealies. So, finally I get to grab a tool. See where that fits. Good. Right. See how quick I can smash these together. There's supposed to be a 2mm gap. So I can't go cray-cray doing these up. So, first piece is in here. Add the other piece. With a 2mm gap. Just make sure they're the right ones. They don't seem very long. They might not be. Right, I'm going to do a check. Do a check of all my stuffs and things. Because those grub screws aren't as long as they should be. And that's why we don't assume. Whoops. Right. No grubs, no grubs, no grubs. Where are my other grub screws then? Where are they? I've got all the bags out here. They're my stabiliser connectors. Not seeing grub screws. Well, I did. The only grub screws I'm seeing are the ones I had out, which apparently too short. Because they are not 8mm. Where's my ruler go? This is what it's like when I build a kit. Right there in front of me. Which one of the other crawlers do you like? They make military ones. They do make military ones. That is an 8mm. Yet the picture on the book for this 8mm is 11mm. That's not good enough. When I hold the grub screw up to it, it's massively different. I did have the correct ones. They do make some military ones, mate. The GC4 is a military truck. I just did mine as a farm truck because I don't like to do the same sort of truck that everyone else does. I like to have it a bit different. I like to have a story behind it. The story behind the farm truck is that an old fella bought a refurbished military truck that had been done up for, you know, civilian use. So he bought himself the old farm truck and he looks after it. That's why it's clean and tidy. Actually had Rob Mazza stir me up the other day telling me that the truck was too clean. That should be about spot on. Right, so there's one of those. Trim that tag off there. 3 more of these to go. Clip the baldy dealies in, and then I can turn the page. Looking forward to that. We can finish off some of this boring stuff. Yeah, they also do the. Well, I mean, most of Cross's trucks are military-based trucks. So you've got the MC6C. That's a new, fancier version of the old M6C that they did. MC6. There's HC6, KC6, HC4. The UC6. I mean, they do a lot of nice trucks. And the big bonus with building a cross kit is, I think I was saying this earlier, but I got sidetracked. It's not just a RC kit. It's like building a model kit. You know, you can stop at certain points and go, okay, I'm at a point now where I can make this as like crazy scale. So you've got options to, oh, I'll stop here and I'll hand paint this colour. I'll hand paint this, and I'll do a bit of Googling and see if I can make it as scale as possible. I remember when I built the tray on the GC4, I first looked at the bag of pieces and I was like, crap, look at the stuff in there. There's a lot of bits in there. And they've got to be glued together. So immediately you go, oh God, if I screw this up, the whole thing's stuffed. Thankfully I didn't. I made sure I knew where everything fit about 15 times before I glued it. Top tip, do that. That was the first cross kit I built. And I mean, that Facebook, sorry, I don't know what Facebook's doing there. Having a brain fart. Not handy. I'm going to end this shortly because we're on, my phone's on 29% battery. Yeah, so but they're good fun, mate. It's not just building a typical RTR kit. It's like building a model kit as well. So you can you can go crazy with all the details and really enjoy scaling the whole thing out. So today's live feed has essentially been unboxing this XM1S and building turnbuckles, because my phone's not far from flat. It's just handy. That's how it goes. It wasn't going to be a huge, big live feed. There was no massive announcements or anything. So, yeah. I do have some cool stuff coming up. Perhaps in the next live feed, I'll either do some more work on this, or I'll work on the BC8 and I'll start putting the 46 kilo servos in it. I have got a smooth mobile phone gimbal coming, so I can make better YouTube videos with cooler angles and tracking and all this cool stuff. Pumped about that. Oh, can't wait. So that's coming. Maybe I'll do a bit of a look. This is what this is. You guys can check it out. You know, if you like doing the filmings and stuff. 4 of those. Lovely. Right. For the last bit of today, because it's not going to be a huge, massive feed. For the last piece of today, I'm going to put in these sway bar stabilizers, and assume I've got the right ones. Yes, I do. I'll put these in, and then we'll call it quits for this little session on today. If you want to see more on this build, what I will do is YouTube video, so you can go and watch it anytime. Earl's joined us, mate. You've joined at the worst time. Why do people do this? Join when I'm about to finish. If you want to see more on this build, I'm going to do some YouTube videos, and then that way people can watch it anytime. I will be uploading this to Facebook, so you can watch it anytime. But at least with a YouTube video, I can edit it so that if there's any boring parts, I cut that up. I only need one. You've got to try and get this out. Yeah. So if there's any boring parts, well, I can put some music over it and fast forward bits and that sort of stuff, and we'll actually get somewhere. Because this has been boring as crap for anyone that's watched. There's no doubt. Yep, I've been able to answer some questions for Lee, which is brilliant. But I mean, as far as exciting stuff goes, I'm still on page 1. Page 1 finished. That's what today's live feed was. I'll show you what we achieved today. We unboxed the XM1S from RC Express. Then I built these. That's what the whole feed was. I don't know how long this feed's gone for. Can someone tell me how long it's been going for? Yeah, so it is what it is. Page 1 is now complete. We did this. Not hugely fun. That doesn't look like much fun either. The next page is building the gear diff assembly, and then the spool assembly, and then we start to bolt stuff to the chassis. So that's where we get to the fun bit. So what I'll do, I will do a YouTube video of page 2 and page 3. I'll drop a link in the page. I'll do a YouTube video of those, and then perhaps in the next live feed we'll say, here's where I'm at with this, yada yada yada. Tony's come back just as I'm about to finish. I always love the live feeds, as long as it's RC, I love it. This room is full of RC, full of it. I need to get myself some shelves for here. I need to get more shelves for down there, because I've got RC stuff here everywhere. It's like a bomb's gone off. Not joking. I've got RC stuff everywhere. So that's where we're gonna cut her off today. I'm excited about building this. I'm glad now that I've got all the boring stuff out of the way. So that's today's live feed on starting the XM1S build. Essentially, I built a crap ton of turnbuckles. Neil missed half of it because of how much his signal sucks right now. I'm going to upload it to the group. So I do the same thing every time I do a live feed. Upload it to the group so you guys can watch it whenever you like. So yeah, I think that'll do for this one. Like I said, it's nothing huge and exciting. It's just a bit of a tinker and chat session. So I'm going to try and do more live feeds. I know I've been a bit slack with them lately. I'm going to do more. Let me know what you want to see. I mean, it can be big topics, little topics, whatever. Doesn't matter. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll try and do my best to accommodate your needs. Alright, I'm going to go and refresh my coffee, and then probably start filming a YouTube video of doing the next piece. So, thanks for watching. Very much appreciate it. Do us a favour, give it a share if you like. There might be some of your mates that want to build something like this, because they are a pretty cool, fun little car. Well, I mean, the small stuff is. So I can only assume this being the same sort of car, should be good fun, I reckon. And from what I've seen on Instagram videos and stuff like that, bloody quick and handles well, because it's just so low and just good. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.